Greetings, my peoples. How you doing? Hope all is well. It's another great weekend, and I've just spent the Saturday pretty much just working on the go, not going anywhere, just saying I'm going to be indoors, have lovely little music in the background, and I was working on a concept for my business, and it's quite interesting. When you're working on a concept for a business, it's all for the development of the business and the serving of the people. And if there was one thing I discovered, I don't know if you do this, but we all have this, and let me show you my one. We all have that notebook that has all the ideas that you've got, yeah? That one notebook. And the funny thing is, this is this year's one. Yeah, nice and lovely and colourful. Yeah. Nice and colourful, okay? You got a notebook. And as I was reading through this particular one, I started this particular one 3 years ago. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking my business is a solution, the industry needs a solution. And as I'm writing, it seems like it's a fresh idea, but it's not a fresh idea. See, every notebook you've ever written in, it's unique. Don't lose them. Go and find them. Because those notebooks really have those divine ideas that was given to you for an appointed time. It's for an appointed time. And the interesting thing about the idea is that you might not fulfill that idea then. So 3 years ago, I had a dream. And the dream and the goal was to help my business in a way whereby I'm able to influence more people and motivate more kids. And I look in this notepad and I'm gobsmacked. I'm like, whoa. I don't need to write anything. I just need to execute now. Because the idea was written, well crafted, planned to the T. I mean, this idea had like a 10-year lifespan, even more. And what shocked me was the fact that I'm now in 2017. Looking back and I saw the date 2014. What happened between 2014 and 2017? What happened between that gap? And what happens with a lot of us is we tend to get distracted. Okay, you got this goal, you got this dream, and you get distracted by other things. And that's the most frustrating element of having a goal, that you're not focused on that dream because you're probably busy looking at other things or when self-doubt kicks in. And a couple of things that I am now doing is, okay, here's the reality behind the dream and the goal that I had 3 years ago, okay? As a result of not following my goals and my dreams 3 years ago, I've been stung and robbed, as it were, along the way. And that pain has caused me to feel like, nah, I can't do this. I've got to act on that. And between that 2014 and 2017, I have gone through 3 cycles where I've tripped over 3 times in business. And it's taking me back to that solution that I had 3 years ago. What is that one dream and goal that you've written down and you've just sort of lamented over? You've written it down, you've written that goal, you've written that dream, you've written what you want, but you're not doing anything about it. And part of the reason why you're not doing anything about it is, number one, probably because of the fear that you have of whether or not you don't feel that you're good enough for that idea or the idea is not good enough. You don't have the right to judge that idea. The idea came to you for a reason and in a season. And if you don't act on it, it's going to disappear from you. So 3 years ago, I had that dream, I had that goal. And I'm so happy now that I'm back into it again. A bit more maturity and a bit more experience and a bit more pain as well. And technology has caught up as well. Now, whatever you're doing, please, I'm encouraging you to move quickly. There is a season, we're in a very interesting season where things are shifting. There's a lot of shifts going on. And if you can discipline yourself, and that's the first key thing, you need to discipline yourself because you haven't got time to be dilly-dallying. If you can discipline yourself to be focused in this season, this next couple of months before we cross over into a big new season, the new year, if you can discipline yourself with your goal and stop getting distracted. I've been sitting here for a couple of hours now trying to get my work done, and I'm not even going to lie. I've been distracted about 24 times. Okay, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I'm hungry. Let me go for a walk. Oh, my favorite milk is not in the fridge. Let me go to the shop to get my favorite milk, and I've come back. Or let me do that. What are you doing? Focus. Focus. Sometimes you need to get a slap, and I feel like I got to slap myself. And the hard work you do now is what's going to get you the harvest for the new year. The hard work you do now is what's going to get you the harvest for the new year. I am begging you to get yourself disciplined and focused. So I've just taken a little break, and as I was reading through my little notebook from 3 years ago, wait. So this one was from 2014. Okay. This one is 2017. Yeah. This is where, for me, I'm old school. I like to document my goals, my dreams visually. I've got to see it manifest. Okay. That's me in 2017. This was me in 2014. Okay. And it's so interesting because I've got all these okay, let me show it. Let me show it to you. Look at that. Look at that. What does it say over there? 2014. Okay. You see that? Yeah. See, I'm not lying. Okay. And I've got all these ideas, and I've got timelines, I've mapped them all out. The question I want to ask you is this: what happened between 2013 and now? Distractions. You get caught up on something called life, and you don't do what you're supposed to do. It's a shame. It's a shame. And it's a lesson learned. So right now, I'm asking myself, what are the things that have been distracting me and causing me to get distracted? And what do I need to do now in order to step out of that mindset? It's very simple. It's all about action, but consistent action. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips in order for you to overcome this funk that you're in. The first one is your environment dictates your performance. Okay? You need to get around people who are building empires, who are moving forward fast. You need to get around them weekly, physically weekly, be around them and talk to them daily if you can. I mean, you need to immerse your mind in that content or that environment. So when you're around people who are doing that, your brain starts to shift and change. Forget fighting procrastination. You will never beat procrastination, mate. It's a joke. It's hardwired. Procrastination, if you put things off, it's hardwired in your system. But it's interesting that if you're in a room with 15 people and 15 people are busy dancing and having fun, and you're trying to sit in that corner trying to read that book, there's no way you're going to be focused on that book, because there is something drawing you by the energy of the other people who are dancing and having fun. So my wife's on the line. She's another one with great ideas. Talking about focus here and being productive today. So get around the people who are doing what you want to do. That really does help. If you get around the right people who are doing what you want to do, the motivation is easier, because we're creatures of habit. We tend to copy one another. So if someone is on point and they're constantly on point and you're constantly around them, their very nature will drag you in, okay, will pull you in. So get around the right people. I know it's a very simple technique and it's being taught by many people, but it is the secret. If you think about why you did not, so I wrote that vision down, and okay, let me tell you personally, I wrote the vision down 2013, and part of the reason why I did not step out is, number one, I was looking for validation then. I was looking for validation and permission. It was like for someone to say, oh, that's a great idea, come on, do it. And if you're waiting for validation before you move on this dream and that goal, you may never do it. I was waiting for validation, and for 3 whole years, the vision did not come to life. And as a result of the vision not coming to life, probably lost about 20 to 30,000 pounds a year easily on not fulfilling that vision, and lack of impact. Why? Because of waiting for validation, waiting for permission. So if you really want that permission, get around the people who are doing what you want to do. That is the quickest way to speed up the process of productivity and to speed up action. If you're with me regularly, you know that, okay, I'm working out weekly. If you're staying with me, you'd be like, okay, he's working out every day. At some point in time, you're going to feel uncomfortable and want to work out. If all I'm doing is chilling, watching TV, the same habit, you're going to pick it up. We tend to emulate one another. So whatever you're doing, please, the first thing I'll ask you to do is go and big out your notebooks and, just put a thumbs up if you're one of the people who under comment who keep lots of notebooks with lots of goals and dreams and part of them are not being fulfilled. The next year is waiting for you guys and it starts now. Intentional living is the key. You've got to live intentionally. Whatever you want in your life is not going to happen by magic. It's going to have to happen by work. It's work. So you got to do the work. Right. I'm going to take a break and get back to work. I just thought, let me do a quick live while I'm in the midst of my flow. I've got my music on, and I've got my music. Also, I've got, whenever I work on my goals and my dreams, I've got different coloring pens from Paperchase. We love Paperchase. Yeah. Lots of different coloring pens. And I personally like to work visually. I'm a visual man. I need to see the vision. So that's how I work. And that's what I do. And yeah, that's it. So get on with it and let me know how you get on.